Putin is visiting a school in Moscow, but the problem is he wants to have a chat with the kids. He talks to them about how Russia is a powerful nation and how he wants the best for the people. At the end of the talk, Putin asks, "Does anybody want to ask a question?" And little Johnny puts his hand up and says, "I have 2 questions." Putin says, "Let's hear them, Johnny." Nervous, little Johnny stands up and asks, "Mr. President, why are we sending troops to Ukraine? And why did the Russians invade Crimea?" Putin says, "Good questions." But just as he is about to answer, the bell rings and the kids go to lunch break. However, this lunch break seems to be much longer than usual. When they come back, they sit back down and there is room for some more questions. Timmy puts his hand up and says, "Mr. President, I have 4 questions." Putin says, "Okay, Timmy, go ahead and ask them." Timmy is a little scared at first, but he takes a deep breath, stands up and says, "Mr. President, my questions are, why are we sending troops to Ukraine? Why did the Russians invade Crimea? Why did the bell go 20 minutes early? And where Johnny?" Vladimir Putin is visiting a school in Moscow, but the problem is he wants to have a chat with the kids. He talks to them.
What was the moment you realized you had to call the police? I had a close friend who often came over for lunch and even sleepovers at my house. One day he invited me over for the first time for his birthday dinner. I arrived early because my mom asked me to give them a hand. When his mom came home, she was carrying a few plastic bags of food. I asked what it was for, and my friend casually told me that was dinner. He explained that his mom would scavenger hunt for food in dumpsters, bring it home, cook it, and serve it to them. I was horrified but didn't want to ruin his birthday. He genuinely believed it was normal and even thought that the food we ate at my house came from dumpsters too. I quickly texted my mom to pick me up to avoid eating there. When I told her what happened, my mom was deeply concerned and reported it to CPS. They conducted a routine check and discovered bags of spoiled food with worms. His mom was charged with child and it was later linked to the of my friend's younger sisters. My parents volunteered to become guardians for my friend and his 2 siblings after CPS took them in. When we were older, I finally told him that it was us who reported his mom. Instead of being angry, he just thanked us for saving him and his brothers.